you to review for me the 9 levels of power. Enlightenment.
I'm filming this a little later, but I basically, the lunar eclipse has done and passed and gone over, and you know, you guys can't really see my cheesy camera doesn't pick up exactly everything that you need to see and things like that. And I really put my heart into actually doing it just for the benefit of doing it, not to show off with the camera and stuff like that, you know. I'll dress up and do like a first show one later. I am doing this like the next, I'm saying all this the next night. I did see Gabriel Rosa's. Go see Gabriel Rosa's video on this, and it's a lot more accurate to how it would have been done in the moment. I just kind of did my own version. I ended up with this thing, and I also did some like spell stuff with this in my hand, and I also did the mirror. But you see, I didn't exactly keep it 100% traditional. Okay, I don't want to lose my page, but basically I did the 8 arrows in the mirror. You'll see here. So that was pretty cool. And while I did the arrows and the mirror, and I buried it with a bunch of leaves, waking up my brother, but the chant that to go along with it, or the ongyo to go with it, I didn't know. So instead, I chanted the one that went along the lines of dog hiding. Okay, this one has to do with the eyes of the black dog, and the chant was Abira Unken. If I'm pronouncing that right again, hopefully I'm not slaughtering it, but it's Abira Unken, and that's kind of the one that I chanted while I did a little bit of my own like Kuji Kiri hand stuff to the windmill one, right? Now, my favorite though is the purse web spider. That I don't know, because that has to do with just blinding powder. That's not magic. That's just a blinding powder. But anyways, that's another video for another time. So that's one chant that I did with one spell. Now the other one that I did was the hairpin. Now there's 2 different versions. I used this as kind of like my hairpin, as I did one like my own Kuji-Kiri, but then I tried to stick to the traditional way that it actually said to do, and to carve the hairpin right in the middle of the lunar eclipse. You're supposed to take and make a hairpin. I just took a piece of bamboo and whittled it, and you're supposed to chant as you whittle and focus in your mind on that spell, that spirit that you need to stay hidden, you know. And again, hopefully I'm not murdering this. Gabriel does it a lot better than I do. So Ongyo Jutsu, hiding, right? You would wait for a lunar eclipse. Now there would be a lot more. You would be stealing. There'd be hair from a dead lady. I didn't do that part. I want to stay away from funerals, right, Mom? Anyways, Reide Seishin Koten Kosetsu. Reide Seishin Koten Kosetsu. This is what you chanted as you like carve. And it would be like slow strokes too. You wouldn't want to just like go to Guzetsu and then just like do a couple more words, say it a little bit. No, you want to chant it at the time that you're paying attention to the movement of the lunar eclipse. You'd be chanting. I gotta read it off, sorry. And you would do this in your mind. You wouldn't say it out loud. That's why in these clips that you're about to see, you're just gonna pretty much just see like barely an image of me in the dark, just melt down. I'm gonna be kneeling down, just doing my own thing. So I had to explain all that so that you guys know what the hell you're watching. Otherwise, you're just seeing pure darkness. But that's what I did. Do my own ninjutsu. I don't want to call it magic because it's more like a spell. It has a lot more to do with a religious aspect than a magical, wizard. It's not like that. It's Shinto beliefs. So they're calling upon spirits and gods and whatnot to help them accomplish their mission, to help them. And again, to me, while still a lot more other people are gonna really stick to, yes, this shit's real, we really are being possessed by a ghost and all this and that, and I'm like, nah. As far as I'm concerned, it's all just for stabilizing the mind, making you more secure up here and in here. That way, you don't start breathing fast and your heart rate doesn't go up when a person gets close to you, when you're in your in stages of infiltration, you're in the hallway, and that it does. Within ninjutsu manuals, it talks about, or not manuals, but text, densho, right? It talks about moments where you would have to quick, like someone just comes out of their bedroom and you literally have to just flatten yourself against the wall and chant in your mind some of these spells. And this is when you would break out your hair talisman from your hair. You'd have this like tucked away in your hair, and you'd pull this out and hold it, and you'd remember that all the stuff and chants and all the time that you spent making this, you'd focus on all that and hold this and chant your hiding. You chant it in your head, and it would supposedly help you stay hidden. But it's not physically, literally putting black, because it describes as it literally puts black shadows around you so people can't see you. I think that's what you're thinking in your mind. Like, you think like you literally have black shadows around you. That's how strong and confident you are that they're not going to see you, that they're not going to notice you. And as long as you have that confidence here, it makes all the difference in whether or not they do notice you. So anyways, I just had to add that in there because I really don't believe this shit. But I did do it for the heck of it. For the record, I don't feel any different, but I guess we'll see.
There it is. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, everyone. And there's the lunar eclipse. It's pretty much like just starting to finish up. And this next scene, you'll see me kind of just doing my own thing. You won't hear me singing it out loud. Some of these have to do with lunar eclipse, some don't. I've actually put my heart and mind into this too. I didn't just kind of act it out this time. Last time I did, I just kind of acted it out. I didn't really actually chant or anything, I just said, okay, here's what it would look like if you did this with the arrows in the mirror, but I didn't really actually do it because, number one, I was a little scared, whole religious and, for however skeptical I am on religion, I don't want to touch on any bad side of religion just for the safety's sake of things, Kujikiri-ish stuff with my hands. I'm not sure if I did the right Kujikiri in, the right type of grid. I drew the lines, the grid in the air and everything that I'm really not 100% secure, positive on if I did the right kind of thing. But nonetheless, my heart and soul is into it. I think that's what matters. Okay, so anyways, nonetheless, the lunar eclipse is over. I'm doing this one just for the heck of the camera. Reide Seishin Koten Kotsutu. Oi. Alright, and there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed ninja magic for however unexciting it is.
Please review for me the 9 levels of power. Rin.
Strength.